What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you so much for tuning in. It's me, Mikey Pipes, with Yonkers Al, my ride along today. Today we're going someplace we don't normally go. We are going to Bayshore. We have a new client that's a homeowner that's got a steam boiler, and they keep having to empty the boiler with water up to 6 times a day. They said they got an automatic water feeder, but it's been disabled and turned off. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to go see there. I guess we're going to have to go there, see what's going on, and get them up and running. Nice, beautiful, great South Bay here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Long Island. Now, there's no way this house is steam. It's a ranch. How are you?
Oh, yeah. Driveway.
What?
I don't want nobody to hit your van.
What, there?
Park in the driveway.
You want to park in the driveway? You can.
No, it's okay. Let's go see what's going on.
All right.
Hi, I'm Mike. You're not Arlene, are you? No. Hi. You Arlene?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Mike. How are you?
How you
How
doing?
are you? How are you?
You actually have a steam boiler.
Yes.
I would have guessed that. Look at this. Look at that steam convector right here with
Yes.
this little contraption holding the water because it sprays everywhere.
It was like a water fountain.
Yeah.
That's it. I've never seen it like that, but
Is it only this one?
it's only this one that
This
I
one, yeah.
know of. Yes, that's
When you have the heat on.
yes.
And it,
we don't even have the heat on. We haven't
Yeah?
had the heat, but we have. Tell him it's
Tell me.
attached to the.
Let's go see the boiler. Yeah, but it's hanging on the wall here.
Is it?
Somebody just probably took.
Maybe later you can tell me if it works.
All right, let's go see. Wow. Let's go see.
Which way should we go, Steve?
Left, right?
Make it right.
All right, so we got an Independence SIN4. Yeah, oh no, we have a. What does this thing say on here? It's Independence.
Yeah.
SIN4, 105,000 BTU.
If you need to
Electronic
see the
ignition.
Other side, there's a door over there.
This water on the floor came from. The water on the floor, you know any idea where this water's coming from? Because it's like wet water.
Yeah, we have a video because he keeps wet vacuum.
It's filled with water.
Good.
Good.
No, so it's coming from the leak upstairs. It's like leaking from upstairs by the. What is that? The heat? You have a rating?
Yeah, it's
Upstairs, like above
the
that
one
window.
I just showed you.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all coming from there.
it's leaking from up there. Yeah.
It's been a lake there every day for a week, and he keeps just using the shop back.
Where's all this water coming from? Any idea? Is anyone manually adding water here?
No,
No.
no. We're actually, I don't know if this is there
Where does
or
this
not,
where does this hose go?
to the sump pump because we've been taking.
Is it connected there now? Can I open this and water
You could
goes?
open it. Yeah, it goes.
That's what I've been doing every day, like letting the sump pump go 4 or 5 times because if not, it'll just be
A lake upstairs.
a lake upstairs, yeah, and
Lake
downstairs.
upstairs.
You haven't
Who closed this valve? How long has this been closed for?
never touched that.
Who adds water to?
You should come here because you probably know better.
Is that the one that John closed?
Oh, this one right here. He's talking about this one right there.
Yeah.
That's
When was this closed?
when did he come? This week, sometime.
He came Wednesday.
Wednesday?
This has been closed since Wednesday?
Yeah.
Who's he? Someone else?
Yeah.
And did he drain the boiler?
Yeah.
And you saw you saw the water level in the boiler on that day?
Well, he cleaned, because the
cleaned
bottom
it.
valve is all corroded.
Yes, I see that.
That whole glass, he couldn't see nothing.
Correct.
I don't know what he did, but I guess he got to.
I still can't notice
I
the
know he
level in
took
that
out
guy.
out the valve.
No.
He said it was full and that thing was open for some reason.
Yeah, we're draining water right now. Because I heard the sump pump just kicked on, so it's draining water. I wonder how much water is in here. I wonder why there's so much water in here to begin with, though.
And that's how we.
So did you see? Anyone see the water level when this person drained
I
it?
didn't get to see the water.
Did you?
I wasn't here. I wasn't even here.
Do we know that if we lower the level down to where it needs to be, will it stay at that level?
No, that's what he did. I told you.
No,
we thought he fixed it,
yeah.
and then the next day it started to
Rise.
leak again.
And then started
It's
to
coming
fill up
from
that
somewhere.
radiator up there.
It's filling up.
Okay. Hartford loop. These are 2 dry returns. No, what is this? What did they do here? No. Why did they do this though? Here is the one main leaving. This is for a radiator. This is 2-inch. And then they brought this. Why did they do that? And this is 1.25 inches. This should be 1.5 inches or 2-inch. This is 2-inch. Why did they do this? Why did they do this? Well, regardless, there is the dry return for the one pipe leaving. This is not needed. I don't know if I don't think they knew what they were doing with that.
That's crazy. They just installed that.
Yeah, this right here is not needed. This should just be going to here. Well, you also have this one radiator here though, but this should be going here. Why they did this, I have no idea. They made this very, very confusing. So this is really not needed. So regardless, that doesn't explain why there's so much water in the boiler, but I'm just trying to figure out how they did this. So Al, Yonkers Al. So there's our dry return from the end of this main here. The end of that is your steam main air valve. That comes down here. This is your wet return now. There, and this goes to here, which is your Hartford loop. This is the boiler feed. That's a basement zone feed. Oh, that's the zone feeding the indirect. So there is supply and return, and that goes to the other side here. There's your relief valve. But why? Okay, there's the water level. Look at it. It's back. It's normal now. See it? That was quick.
It's down under the.
Yeah.
Oh, it's down. Oh,
now
down,
it's almost gone.
Down. It's like down to the
Yeah.
bottom, right?
So.
I can never tell anything.
Yeah, I can never.
I can't see.
Is the power onto this boiler?
No.
Yeah, there's a switch over there. It's on. All right, so let's see.
I heard her. After.
Let's wait for the power to get restored. And that light should come on. Okay. There's low water. That was the thermostat relay clicked on. Thermostat is that. It's calling. Thermostat's off the wall. So the indirect is calling for water from the boiler to heat it up. The automatic feeder, though, is sensing a low water condition. Let's open that up. And let's wait for it to fill. All right, so that was probably a 3-minute delay. And now we watch that water level is increasing. And someone took a Sharpie and marked halfway up the sight glass as the normal water level for the boiler. So now, reasons why the boiler is flooded is, number one, someone opened up this valve and added too much water to the boiler, or left it open and flooded out the boiler. The automatic feeder is letting more water in than it's supposed to. Or a combination of this valve not functioning the way it should. So if this valve is not fully closed, and it is fully closed, and it's letting water in, that will happen. So having this valve closed, and that valve closed, and water still passing through 2 valves, that's like winning the lottery, seriously, right? So if this is closed, and that's closed, and the water's still going up, you might as well play lotto, because the odds of 2 valves that are closed, still letting water through, that's very rare. But it does happen, but it would be very rare. So it's still adding water. It's about an inch and a half away from the top of that line.
Now I can see it. Maybe it was because it was full, right? Before? Or was it full?
Yes, the boiler was full. So that was the click of the low water cutoff being satisfied.
So
And now that the boiler's satisfied, the boiler vent damper is opening. What do I see here?
I could do that without
Boiler vent damper is open.
the thermostat.
There's the click for the electronic ignition. Gas valve's going to open. You got a few things going on. The gas valve shouldn't be making that noise, but it is. And it's a multi-step opening valve, so it's slowly opening. And now it's open. And now the boiler is feeding water. Is the boiler's running because the thermostat is off the wall. I took off the wall in the hallway, right? So right now the only thing that's heating is the tank. The tank is telling the boiler to fire up, so it heats, gives you hot water.
Okay.
So now what we need to determine, and this is probably not going to be determined today, but both these valves are closed. If your water level still increases, I know it sounds crazy, but both valves have failed. All right? And this valve here, even though this one's closed, and even though this one's closed, water is still being fed to the boiler.
So the ball in there.
The ball, yes, the ball. That means, right? That means the ball in here has failed and the ball in there has failed. What is that? What kind of luck is that?
Oh my God.
That's like seriously. That's not happening. You know what I mean?
I think it might be because
Stop.
you know what we've been doing every day since that plumber came?
On what? On Wednesday?
He came on Wednesday,
Yeah.
and then since he
We've
emptied
been
it out,
emptying.
right? And then it worked for like a day. So then we started doing it every day. We emptied out how many flushes?
Steam boiler.
Flushes maybe,
Yeah,
or
we
something
emptied.
like that.
We filled
Why?
some pump-
Why? Because it's filling up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is this valve closed and that valve's closed?
Yes.
Yeah, it was just how it was when you came here.
Yeah.
Okay, if that's the case, then what I would like to do now, because if you tell me that this is closed
Yeah.
and that is closed, right? It seems very rare, but let's talk about the two valves. This is the valve that stops water from going into this area of the boiler. This area is the automatic feeder and the bypass valve there.
Okay.
So that means this valve is no good, right? So, but hear me out for a second, right? This valve would also have to be no good, right? Because water is passing through this and is letting water through. It sounds very far. I don't think it's possible, but I guess anything is possible, right? But if this valve is closed and that valve's closed, then this valve is not really 100% necessarily needed right now because this valve, this automatic valve, is an automatic valve. It lets water into the boiler when it needs water.
Right.
Right? But imagine all three valves are bad, then it's like, yeah, come on, like, Mike, stop playing with me, right? Right? I'm gonna put you in a hole in the basement, right?
Without luck.
Right? But if tell me these two are closed and the water level's still going up, then you got some effed up stuff here. I'm telling you,
Should be checking that every that water level.
that water level right there should not move.
I said, all right.
It'll go down, but it's not gonna go up unless
Right.
unless someone's adding water to the boiler.
Okay.
I think it's very far fetched that these two valves are bad. I think that possibly this valve could be bad.
Okay.
It's possible. But not both of them.
Okay.
But I do know that when I got here, this was closed and that was closed, and I know because I got it on video. While we're talking, which is about maybe 6-7 minutes, it's already went up.
Oh shoot.
See? Now you believe me?
It's past the line.
No, I did not. I never. I am a firm believer, right, that people who are nice people overall that I visit do not want to pay me a lot of money to have a conversation with them because they're lonely and bored. They don't, right? I don't know of anyone that's filthy rich like that will just have the plumber come over and pay them to have fun with them, all right? I just witnessed, we were talking about this valve failing, that valve failing, and you just said it yourself, and I was like, hold on, she just said it again, like 6 times a day she's emptying this water since Wednesday and the valve's closed? Where's all the water coming from? Yonkers out, where's it coming from? The in-deck water heater has failed. The tank within a tank has failed, and it is increasing the water level in the boiler, which is doing right now before our eyes. This is closed. That's closed. Yeah. If I were, and the indirect water heater, the way it operates is that it's a tank within a tank or a coil within a tank. But we have boiler water in a separate vessel that does not mix with the water that's coming out of your faucets, tubs, etc., right? So a tank within a tank or a coil that's spun around there and it's sitting in the water. So if that coil, which has boiler water in it, from the boiler, which heats this water that's sitting in, if that coil is compromised, has a leak, crack, hole, whatever, what do you think is going to happen? The water pressure, which is coming out of your faucets, domestic water pressure, 50, 60 psi, is now going to enter into that fractured or compromised coil and raise up the water level of the boiler, which is just, look at it. It's just up. It's up again right now as we speak. You need a new indirect water heater. However, the boiler and the system is 9 years old. There's two ways of approaching this situation. You need a new water heater. There's two options. Option number one, in its simplest form. Option number one, we get another indirect water heater, and we put that in here, and now you have a brand new water heater the way you had it before. The boiler runs year round. Even in the summertime, you give me that look exactly. He's like, yes, mother, yeah, he knows exactly. It's hot down here in the summertime. We're trying to, the air conditioning is running in the other room. I saw the air conditioner running over there.
Still, yeah, because
it's hot.
In our room, because this is right.
Yes, right. So we get option number one, you replace what you have, or option with for kind.
I want to convert it.
Option number two, this is this is the conversation we're having upstairs. Option number two is we put in a different type of water heater that does not utilize the boiler.
That's it.
And if the boiler goes down, you don't have just hot water and space heating. You both are down. But if you have separate independent systems, if the water heater goes down, you still have heat. If heat goes down, you still have hot water. Now I'm also noticing that someone's creative here with this home run system for domestic water. So who did all this? The previous owner. He's got the monoblock here by Viga. This gives every fixture home runs. You can isolate every fixture in this house. Those are all the cold water lines, sinks, bathrooms, tubs, things like that. That's the indirect. I wanted to lower the water there. Let's manually feed this boiler because you can have heat. I can give you heat today where it doesn't flood out your house. But as far as hot water, you're going to have to go a little stinking for a little bit. I'm sorry. Unless you like cold showers. We're going to add water to this boiler. And then we're going to isolate, if possible, yes, we can. There's one there. Please be on the other side. Something to do it with. No, fudge. We'll have to just close off the tank, the hot water for the tank and the cold water. Okay, there's the water level. Let's close that. That could stay. Boom. There's your water level. Let's take a little more water out of there. As long as things aren't mixed, we should be fine. Bring that halfway down there. Boom, like that. Oh, you suck. The monoblock, we turned off all domestic hot water because there's no valve on the domestic hot water leaving the tank. This is closed. This is feeding the indirect water heater with more replacement cold water. And our water level has not moved. As a matter of fact, it went down a little bit because it's boiling water and that water is turning into steam. We will cut out the 3/4 there. We'll just keep that closed and make that another drain. And we can close that off with a cap. Getting rid of the water heater. Option one, direct replace another indirect water heater. There's our model number, SSU 45. So direct replacement, another indirect, tank chimney, tank power vent, tankless. That's it. 5 choices. So I guess normally water would be coming out of this thing, right?
Squirt now.
Yeah.
Like
So now it's just steam.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, but that's hot. That's very hot. I just burnt my hand last
She
week.
would
So
be-
be careful. Yeah.
Yeah, let's leave that there. Actually, let's take that off now.
So you need maintenance on the boiler, but also discuss. You guys need to determine how much hot water you need. But you don't have any more water coming out because the water level's where it needs to be. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. Steam boiler flooded by indirect water heater. It sucks. We gave them a few options, but the first thing they need to decide is how much hot water do they need for the family. You got the basement finished, and you have the whole first floor. And once you decide how much water you need, you're going to decide whether or not you get a tankless or a traditional water heater, 50-gallon. If you live in the Long Island, New York City metropolitan area, and you're tired of being bamboozled by your plumber or HVAC contractor, my company, Pipe Doctor Home Services, would love to help. We are conveniently located in Woodmere, and we service Nassau, parts of Suffolk, parts of Queens, and we go outside our normal territory on a case-by-case basis. You can book an appointment online at pipedoc.net, or you can pick up the phone and call 516-348-6300. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be well, God bless, stay safe.